an institution from within.
You're thinking that DEI is versus excellence? I think DEI is for excellence.
Got it. Show me one institution that got better the more it embraced DEI.
One institution that got better that embraced DEI.
That got smarter, more competitive, leaner, more productive, and that was better than it was 10 years ago. Are our airports more efficient? Are we landing planes better? Are our airlines better? Is our government better? Is our schools better? Is our universities better? Show me one example. Is our public health authorities better? Show me one institution that's embraced DEI that has become better, more excellent than it was 20 years ago. It doesn't exist. DEI will destroy an institution from within.
That is 100% true. Nothing has ever gotten better because of DEI. Let's see what these people are talking about.
Versus excellence? I think DEI is for excellence.
Got it. Show me one institution that got better the more it embraced DEI.
One institution that got better that embraced DEI.
That got smarter, more competitive, leaner, more productive, and that was better than it was 10 years ago.
Literally never happened.
Are our airports more efficient? Are we landing planes better?
Mm-hmm.
Are our airlines better? Is our government better? Is our schools better? Is our universities better? Show me one example. Is our public health authorities better? Show me one institution that's embraced DEI that has become better, more excellent than it was 20 years ago. It doesn't exist. DEI will destroy an institution.
Does not exist. An example. An example looks does not equal brain. No, of course it doesn't. Does the anti-DEI reaction to DEI count towards an improvement? Charlie Kirk, from what? DEI existed long before now. It just wasn't public. So us knowing about it helps us. This guy is trying to see. This is the problem. People like this always say that DEI, affirmative action, yada, 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 so on and so forth, have always existed. And that's just not the case. Like, it's been around for a while, but it's never been this destructive. Stuff like affirmative action was affirmative action. It was like hire some quotas. But DEI is literally stressing that we hire imbeciles to do critical jobs. What did she even say? Oh man, this place is so toxic. I didn't hear a word she said. I can fix her. If only there were brains. Oh man, I'd give it a try. Of course you would. Who wouldn't? Sorry, this woman lost. This woman lost me in the way she flaunts her sexuality, in the way of her dress, the manner of her dress. Of course, this is what she leads with. I can't take her serious in her egocentric ignorance. It's not untrue. She could definitely, I'm not going to say she could cover up. She's not necessarily uncovered, but she knows what she's doing. She certainly knows. She thinks DEI is a good thing because it gives her black boyfriend a job. And this is why we love Twitter. She doesn't need to be smart. No, not built like that, she doesn't. Says, love you, Vince, but Charlie Kirk is a massive tool. Massive. He's a bit of a tool back, but it is what it is. Destruction of the institutions is the point of DEI policies. A political strategy to overload the American public welfare system to the point it creates a crisis and bankrupts the nation, leaving the country no choice but to adopt a socialist, communist agenda. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that at all. It certainly seems the case. Certainly seems the case. That certainly is what's going on. She's built to go fast. She's headed somewhere. I don't know where, but she's headed somewhere. Just give her a break. She has a couple things going for her. Oh man. It says only one I could think of is the WNBA for letting the white girls start to hoop. Oh man. This is exactly why you love Twitter. She'll be famous for something. Yeah, built like that, she will. DEI is never a good idea. A company will fail with DEI. Side note, your shirt is falling off. She was trying to distract Charlie. Of course she was. When Charlie was in this video, he was 90% of it. Diversity means fewer white people. Inclusion means the exclusion of white people. Equity means stealing from white people. Oh, Lord. I mean, it's not untrue. She can stay. What a waste. Man. So I can save her. Doesn't DEI, doesn't earn it. DEI must DIE. Yeah. Yeah. Idiot, but nice. Yeah, she's nice. What else we got? Punching down like this won't make up for the fact that you didn't go to college, Charlie. But is he really punching down if he's stating the obvious? It's not really punching down, right? It's a fact. DEI has ruined more things than it's fixed. Charlie Kirk must have been so intimidated. It's one of those things he's always asking about. Those things he's never touched or been with a woman. Isn't he married? Pretty sure he's married. I'll give her some D. She can keep the EI. Oh, man. She actually had a couple of good points. Yep. Good old DEI.
For excellence.
Got it. Show us.
You're thinking that DEI is versus excellence. I think DEI is for excellence.
Got it. Show me one institution that got better the more it embraced DEI.
Never. Doesn't happen.
One institution that got better that embraced DEI.
That got smarter, more competitive, leaner, more productive, and that was better than it was 10 years ago. Are our airports more efficient? Are we landing planes better? Are our airlines better? Is our government better? Is our schools better? Is our universities better? Show me one example. Is our public health authorities better? Show me one institution that's embraced DEI that has become better, more excellent than it was 20 years ago. It doesn't exist. DEI will destroy an institution from within.
Certainly will. Moving forward. Oh, Lord. That pool water might be radioactive. Oh, this is Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue is at my hotel. Oh, God. Can't wait to see the comments on this. So the pool water just got hurt. They're getting STDs, HIVs with this one. Oh, Lord. Can you get STDs from pool water? You probably can with her in it. It's a nasty woman. I don't think any amount of chlorine can defeat the power of 1,000 men. Yikes. It's actually like 1,057. It's a lot of guys she's been with. And that was like her second go around. So we're about to find out. Yeah. She tried again with 1,000 men. I think she already, did she do 1,000? I know she did a couple hundred. I know she's been with multiple hundreds. It's a disgusting woman. It says, you can get some sort of STDs. Depends on how much chlorine the water has. Many other factors. Yeah, you can certainly get an STD from a pool. I doubt if you get it from her just being there, but ugh, who wants to be seen? Who wants to be seen with this person? I expected the comment section to be a little bit more robust. Yep. I bet everyone got an infection of some sort or some sort of kind of disease. Yeah, probably. Ugh. It looks like the most bland ketchup on your rice type of pool party I've ever seen. If I touch that pool, do I evolve or dissolve? Be honest. What did Grok say? Oh, Lord, there's a response. Touching a crowded pool won't make you evolve or dissolve, but there are risks. Contamination from sweat or worse can spread germs like crypto, causing stomach issues. Chemical imbalances might irritate skin or lungs. Accidents like slips, drowning, and or... Man, shut up, Grok. You know what this man is saying. Blah, 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 blah. It says, you sound like my mom on my mom with Wi-Fi. Just tell me if Bonnie Blue's pool is safe or I'm walking out glowing. Bonnie Blue's pool party looks wild. But safety depends on the hotel standards. Crowded pools can have germs like that, whatever the heck that is, which chlorine doesn't always kill fast. And chemical imbalances might irritate skin or lungs, blah, blah, blah. You got to put Grok in the savage mode so people can get roasted. Appreciate the science, Grok, but let's be real. If Bonnie Blue's in the pool, nobody's checking chlorine levels. Might risk a mutation for that one, not gonna lie. Oh, man. Yuck. I ain't getting in no pool with no Bonnie Blue. Yuck. Moving on.
Angry demons with skin. You never told us we'd be fighting humans. More like angry demons with skin. Everything was quiet. Then we heard one whisper, peekaboo, before jumping out of a bush and mowing down 17 of our guys. They wrote, send more in the blood of our fallen on our own dropship. One screamed, this is Sparta, and kicked our general off a cliff.
Oh my God, AI is going way too far.
Are you crazy?
But I
I'm not
like
going
it.
back. One of them bit me. Through armor. I have tetanus now. One kept throwing our energy grenades back at us with a pickleball racket. They brought a goose. Just a regular, angry goose. And let it loose. We surrendered. They left a note that said, be right back. When we picked it up, hish, it exploded. I tried playing dead. One yelled, unzip its pants. I've never ran faster in my entire life.
Oh, wow. They brought an angry goose. Oh, man. This is a pretty decent usage of AI. Can't be mad at that. This is the life I live every day. A terrified French woman is sexually harassed by two different men, one after the other. One even makes handgun motions while running up behind her. I can't even begin to explain the hatred and fear, and yet I stood my ground. Let's see what she has to say.
Dis-moi.
Essa célibataire gentil, bien, buena gente, je comprends.
Je suis pas intéressée.
Tu no hablas español?
Mais je suis pas intéressée.
Ah, pourquoi?
Je suis pas intéressée.
Ah, ok.
Je suis
So
pas
something about
intéressée.
Spanish.
Merci, bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée.
Ni après cigarette, s'il te plaît.
Non. La story que je viens de faire là, il y a 30 secondes, ben, je l'ai fait au mec suivant qui est venu m'accoster. Je l'ai fait parce qu'il y a un mec qui est venu m'accoster, donc j'ai commencé à filmer. Il a pris mon téléphone, il a commencé à jeter par terre et il m'a dit... J'ai trop peur qu'il me suive. J'ai trop peur qu'il me suive. Il a commencé à prendre mon téléphone, il l'a jeté par terre, il me dit ouais, tu me filmes pas et tout, sale tout, tu crois que t'es qui, tu crois que t'es qui et tout, moi je te ruine ta vie. Je peux pas essayer d'expliquer la haine et la peur et pourtant je lui ai tenu tête. Franchement, genre, je lui ai tenu tête, j'ai essayé j'ai fait de mon mieux, mais c'est une dinguerie. Les deux vidéos là, enfin, la première vidéo et celle que je vais vous poster maintenant, c'était à 10 mètres de différence.
I really
Voilà,
wish I spoke
la vie que je
French.
subis au quotidien.
All right. What is this? Or okay, a terrified French woman is sexually harassed by two different. This guy said something about Espanol. So there's like nobody on the street. I'm assuming she's coming from someplace at some point in time. And this guy walks up to her. I don't know. How old does this guy look? Mid to late 20s. Making rapper motions. And yeah, and then he did just walk up and start touching her. See what the comments are saying. Da, 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 da. So where is the second video, which shows a man doing violence to her? All I see here is one very gentle, no, he's not gentle, polite, playful man trying to seduce her into having a drink with him and getting to know him, and then politely withdrawing when she states she's not interested. It's like, no woman is gonna not be nervous in a situation like this. You don't just put your hands on people like that. So you effing creep. You call this polite? You have a weird fetish. No, that's just weird. You're an apologist and enabler. Western civilization needs to be rid of you as well. You probably saw this video on drug. No, bro is wrong. He's wrong. I love these a-holes saying she voted for this. You don't have an effing clue what her politics are. No woman votes for harassment. You stupid pricks. Same piece of crap that are probably doing the harassing. I don't agree. I don't agree. See, this is the whole point of politics. You're supposed to know what you're voting for. Coast to coast, city to city, worldwide, women are always voting Democrat. Now, I don't actually know her politics, but most women do vote Democratic, and they do vote for refugees and people from other countries. I don't know where this guy is from. Did it say where this guy is from? It just says he got harassed, and the guy said something about Espanol. Let's go back to that.
Dis-moi.
Ça, célibataire gentil, bien, buena gente, je comprends. Non?
Je suis pas intéressée.
Tu no hablas espagnol?
Mais je suis pas intéressée.
Ah, pourquoi?
Je suis pas intéressée.
Says, I deliberately put a hand into a crocodile's throat. He bit me. Yes, I put my hand into his throat, but I didn't want it to bite me. That's just not how it works. That's not how these things work. Yeah, I just seen that my mic was mute, bro. My bad. No, I was just basically saying, he said it's brown people harassing her, and he says, and it says either support the white nationalist movement or stop complaining. And I was basically just saying the white nationalist movement is not going to, it's not going to fix anything, right? It's not going to fix anything. Like, white nationalists harass people as well. Says her political views are unknown. However, saying women don't vote for harassment is wrong. Every woman who votes for more mass invasion votes for harassment. The fact they don't know it leads to harassment is telling of how low their intelligence is. Merkel destroyed Europe. And I agree. That's a fair statement. That's an absolutely true statement. Angela Merkel did destroy Europe. And this is why you're supposed to know what you're voting for. And this is why when women vote, everyone gets nervous because they vote for stupid stuff. Look at this. Look at the foolishness. Ugh. And all of these people are from Africa. And I'm not saying that they're criminals or anything like that. I'm just simply saying, you know, a lot of the criminality does come from these young scholars. We got to do better. Because these people are coming from war-torn nations. There's invite cultures that see Western women as 304s and easy, then don't be surprised you can't walk the streets safe anymore. Well, it's not even that. It's not even that because, you know, people in our own country see women that way and they do act that way, right? But you're inviting people from war-torn countries that they destroyed, so they don't have a respect for the rule of law. You're inviting people with animalistic intentions and animalistic tendencies, and then those people are doing animalistic things in your country, and you're wondering why. Right? It's pretty academic, right? You invite the third world, your country is going to turn into the third world. Says, no woman votes for harassment. Policies are very clear surrounding being multicultural, a multicultural nation that is pushed. That also means inviting cultures that have child weddings. Female genital mutilation, we'll call it, or regular occurrences have a kid group raped. All cultures are valid. And enrichment. No, they're not. No, they're not. Says, we'll start voting in some right-wing leaders and get the mess cleaned up. Everyone too scared. Liberal these days. This is the result. Yeah, that's the result. This is the result. I mean, when you vote for stupid stuff, you're going to get stupid stuff. The women need an escort now or a trained large tactical dog. That ain't going to help nothing. That's not helping nothing. Like, she needs a gun. Martial arts training should be encouraged too and taught to kids as early as possible. That's not going to help you. That's just going to get more women beat up. That's going to get more women hurt. These people are crazy. It says effing boat people. Oh man, this is why I love Twitter so much. Effing boat people. It says you should never walk around. Did you guys actually see the video? Did you guys see the video I was talking about? Let's rerun this in case you guys didn't see.
Dis-moi.
Ça, célibataire gentil, bien, buena gente, je comprends.
Je suis pas intéressée.
Tu no hablas español?
Mais je suis pas intéressée.
Ah, pourquoi?
Say something
Je
about
suis pas intéressée.
Spanish.
Ah, ok.
Where's this guy
Je
from?
suis pas intéressée.
Merci, bonne soirée.
Bonne soirée.
Il n'y a pas de cigarette, s'il te plaît?
Non.
And then she goes on to tell a story about how some other guy harassed her. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Marion says you should never walk around with headphones or I didn't even catch it. Did she have headphones in? Oh, she does have headphones. Yep. Yeah. You know what? Yep. Stupidity. You should never walk around with headphones or earbuds on. And walking alone at night is definitely risky. Sad, but that's just reality. Doesn't excuse their behavior, but it could help keep you safe. Marion is 100% right. She is 100% right. I'm willing to bet that when I click on these comments from Marion, and she looks like an older woman, they're going to be chewing her up and saying, it shouldn't be like that. Let's see. Pyro said, harassing or a guy begging for a date. Well, I mean, like, so if we go back in the video to the very start, like he walked up to her and he's acting weird. And like any woman who's by herself, alone on the street, and some guy, because she can't beat this guy up. If you walk up to her making gun gestures like you're Chief Keef or King Von or something like that, she's gonna feel a type of way. Like you gotta understand, like she pulled her phone out and she started filming for a reason. If I actually go forward in the video, she's gonna say that another guy came up to her. Let me get to that point in the video. It won't play. Let's go back. So we see this guy walk up to her, doing all this weird stuff. Then he touches her.
Dis-moi.
Ça, célibataire gentil.
Bonne soirée.
And he walks off.
La
And
story
she's
que je viens de faire là, il y a 30 secondes, ben, je l'ai fait au mec suivant qui est venu m'accoster. Je l'ai fait parce
so she's saying that this happened twice. Like guys kept walking up to her. So it's just like she can't catch a break. Let's go back to Marion's comment. Where's Marion at? Here we go. It doesn't have to be that way. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Stupid clowns. It doesn't have to be that way. Many, many white towns in America entirely safe day or night. Where? Don't just accept bad behavior as a necessity. Now, okay, so let me ask you this, and this is why I love Twitter so much, because there's just so many stupid people. He says it doesn't have to be that way. Many, many white towns in America are entirely safe day or night. Where are these towns at? Is it one of these towns where the nearest neighbor is like 4 miles away? Like, are we talking about Kansas or like Colorado or something like that in the boonies? Because keep in mind, if you look at America, all of our serial killers come from small towns. Like, what are we talking about? All of our serial killers come from these so-called small, safe towns. And he's trying to negate her point that, you know, like he's giving this woman, like Marion, the older woman, is telling people, here's how you stay safe. And this idiot over here, it doesn't have to be that way. Shut up. He said this happened in Paris, which apparently has had a huge influx of male immigrants. Yes. Fighting age males. There's absolutely. He says, absolutely. I'm only being a little critical of the idea that it has to be this way. You're correct that she should avoid these situations, but there is a root cause that, if addressed, could make life pleasant again. That's not going to fix anything. That's not going to fix it. Like you have to take precautions. You have to take precautions, if only. Wouldn't it be lovely for women to feel unafraid to jog in the park after sundown or walk home from work? Wouldn't it be nice if men had that same luxury? Like, what are we talking about? Like, they act like there aren't neighborhoods where people get shot because they wore the wrong color clothes. He said, it's probably because I'm Jamaican. We do walk up to women, but don't touch them because we don't know them like that. I mean, like plenty of people still approach women, but like in Italy, in France, they had this huge influx of people from Africa and these war-torn Muslim nations. These people aren't used to being able to have access to women, and the people who are, it's more animalistic. So they see neat, orderly, structured societies, and they're coming from this animalistic society, so they're not going to act right. They're not going to behave. So I'm not saying, I'm not excusing that person's behavior. I'm just simply saying you got to keep your head on a swivel because your government allowed the world to become more dangerous. Like this, I don't want to say this is what women voted for, but it's kind of what they voted for, right? Like they wanted more freedom, and that freedom led to this. It always leads to other things. But, you know, basically what these people are talking about is they want a world where women are safe after dark and whatnot. But it's like, even back in the day, men weren't safe. Like, the world's never just been this safe place. Like, that's just not how things work. Like, the majority of assaults, the majority of robberies, the majority of deletions, the majority of gun violence, knife violence, it's all perpetrated against men. It's actually quite rare that women have this happen to them. So that's, you know, there's that. She said, if only, wouldn't it be lovely for women to feel unafraid to jog in the park after sundown, or walk home from work, or lie gazing up at the stars unmolested, or go to a restaurant or bar and not have to put a cover over their drink so no one can drug them. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be getting drugged. Lie grazing up at the stars. What like, go to Kansas, go to Ohio. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't know what that's all about. But like you guys can see, women want this world where they can just shut their brain off. They want to be able to walk outside like a babe in the woods, and then, you know, everything is fine and dandy. But that world has never existed. And when we've ever gotten close to that in American history, where society was more safe, this was a society that was dominated top to bottom, start to finish, by men. So I don't know what these, like, what do you really want? So as it gets dark at 6 p.m. in parts of the year, should women sleep at their offices and such? Tell us more. See, this is Elon's Boots thought leader. This guy is essentially, he or she wants to absolve women of any responsibility. Right. And this is why women get into so much trouble. Like, this is why they get hurt as much as they do, because they don't want to take any responsibility. It's like, look, you said you wanted to be free. You said you wanted freedom and rights and democracy and such, and now you have it. And this is what comes with it. Protect your neck. Like, you can't just make women more free without making men more free. And if you make men and women free, you've made society free. And when you give society more freedom, guess what happens? The people who should not have any freedom, they get more freedom. The gangbangers, the psychopaths, the crazy people, like, that's what happens, right? So freedom has a price. Freedom ain't free. You're going to pay one way or the other. It says, screw that. A woman ought to be able to walk by herself at night without fear of some greasy migrant, someone not from her home, but from outside, who mainly boomer women and men like you allowed to invade hers and every other decent country. You say don't walk alone. See, here's the problem. It says a woman ought to be able. When you say somebody should be able, it should be this way. It ought to be this way. What you're essentially saying is you're a loser, right? It ought to be this way. Well, black people ought to be able to wear red and blue and yellow in whatever part of LA they want without getting shot, but they can't. Shut up. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we act like there's, keep in mind, I'm not excusing migrant crime, right? I'm 100% for, stiff immigration laws and deporting people back to their own country. I'm 100% for it. But you can't just act like, oh, if we get rid of these brown people, all the crime goes away. You had crime before that. Jack the Ripper wasn't black. What are we talking about? Sure, women ought to be able, but we live in a real world, don't we? There are many, many ordinary activities women can't participate in because of the risk. Walking alone at night is just one. Like I said, sad but true. Yeah, it's very sad but very true. Unfortunately, we have left-wing run society that permits criminality. Yeah. So women cannot dress as they please. It wasn't because of how she was dressed. No. This is what feminism has wrought, man. I don't know how many of you guys have an X account, but this place is so crazy. These people are off the chain. Sweetie, get yourself a Rottweiler. You'll never be hassled again. Yeah, you will. When Rottweilers arc up, they'll scare the crap out of most. But then as soon as that dog bites somebody, you have to deal with that. As soon as that dog bites somebody, you're screwed. Right? You're going to get sued. That's what man-hating and diversity gets you. Enjoy. Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. He's certainly not wrong. Says the sad thing is, as a young woman, she probably voted to bring them in. See, everybody's on the same page. Women everywhere should be outraged. This is not normal for a developed country. No, but it's what happens when you allow people to vote for the downfall of the developed nation. Actions have consequences. All right. Let's see what else we got.
You Josh, Sam, David. New rule: if you are a white guy with a beard, I am allowed to call you Josh, Sam, David, Kyle, or Matt, and you are not allowed to correct me. All of those names are synonyms for white guy with beard.
That's okay, ping pong. As long as you are not allowed to drive or work any other job other than nail salon or massage parlor. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
New rule: if you are a white guy with a beard, I am allowed to call you Josh, Sam, David, Kyle, or Matt, and you are not allowed to correct me. All of those names are synonyms for white guy with beard.
That's okay, ping pong. As long as you are not allowed to drive or work any other job other than nail salon or massage parlor. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Two wrongs don't make it right, but this is funny. Hey, man, he said, why would she put herself in the line of fire like that? Oh, wow. Do you know how Chinese parents name their newborn? Oh, my goodness. They throw all the kitchen cutlery in the air, and the sound it makes hitting the floor becomes the name. Twitter racism is undefeated. It is absolutely undefeated. I love it. No. They throw a can down the staircase. Tong, tong, dang. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is insanity. Ooh, ching, ching, ling, long, ting, tong. Oh, did she say something right now? Well, she said white guys can't get mad when she mixes their names up. Hold on, let me go back. What did she say? What is
With a beard, I am allowed to call you Josh. New rule: if you are a white guy with a beard, I am allowed to call you Josh, Sam, David, Kyle, or Matt, and you are not allowed to correct me. All of those names are synonyms for white guy with beard.
That's okay, ping pong. As long as you are not allowed to drive or work any other job other than nail salon or massage parlor. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
This is why you need Twitter. The best racism is on Twitter. It's like, where do they get these memes from, man? Oh, wow. Good old Twitter. Discover the most notorious inmate in the American prison system. With our eye-opening insights, notorious prisoners, true crime. Let's see what's going on in the world of prison.
2 years with the 3 most dangerous prisoners in the USA. The last one runs an entire prison by himself. Number 3, Nico Jenkins. In Nebraska's prison system, Nico Jenkins is a one-man lockdown machine. He's forced at least 7 full-unit lockdowns in 2 years, with guards entering his cell in teams of 4 just to serve meals. Over 90% of inmates in his wing request transfers when he arrives, and his coded threats have triggered 15 emergency responses in a single month. Jenkins has filed lawsuits totaling $24 million and demands custom food and medical care. Even in solitary, his name keeps entire blocks tense. Officers call him the most feared inmate in Nebraska, hands down. Number 2, Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson turned his Florida block into chaos central. Security incidents doubled to over 20 per month after his arrival, and his cell's been moved 12 times in 1 year due to constant disruption. Guards log up to 10 incident reports a week with Wilson involved, and one viral incident had 8 officers called in after he triggered a brawl in the rec yard. Inmates refuse yard time if Wilson is out, and staff are ordered to never approach him alone. His presence alone changes the whole routine for more than 300 inmates. Number 1, Julius Jones. Inside Oklahoma's prison, Julius Jones receives more than 400 letters a month and over $10,000 in donations from supporters every year, making him one of the most connected prisoners in the system. Guards note that fights dropped by 60% when Jones mediates disputes. His reputation is so big, new arrivals are told to talk to Julius if they want peace. Even prison staff admit his network gets things done faster than official channels, and inmates say Jones is the only one who can shift the vibe for hundreds inside his unit with a single word.
You know, the whole problem I have with all of this, how much money are we wasting as taxpayers on these people? Like, only in America are you going to have these morons causing these kinds of issues. Like, you're not going to see this in a Chinese prison. You're not going to see this in a Philippines prison. This is ridiculous. Isn't Deadpool's name Wade? That's what I thought, isn't it? They got Deadpool in jail. Then delete the inmates and save us the trouble. That's what I'm saying. Like, if these people are that much of an issue, just get rid of them. It's ridiculous. He said, you remember? Yeah, like, well, I think that might have been a different guy because he got out and he ended up being like a supermodel or something like that. I know women were going crazy. There was some prisoner that women were going crazy for. The good grief, they need to be housed together. Yeah, they probably should. These guys should be transferred to El Salvador. That's exactly what they should do for a vacation. They should be tough. They should be tough someplace else. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you're only going to see this foolishness in America. You're only going to see this foolishness in America, a very privileged country that's not going to put these people to death, which is what they should do. Anti-woke memes.
Tu nous passes le médecin, c'est bon.
Because a Muslim man starts praying in the middle of an airplane aisle, then punches crew member in the face when they ask him to move. What should happen next?
D'accord, bon, bah, c'est parti. Alors, attendez. Allez, on va aller.
Dis-moi, qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait? Mais vous êtes malade là, vous prenez quelqu'un. Vous faites quoi là? Vous faites quoi là? Allah Akbar! Non, il n'y a pas là. Il y a pas là.
He hit him with the Allah Akbar. Oh no. Not on the plane. I can't wait to see the comments on this one. It says, still don't think we should get involved and start World War III. Yeah. It said cruise down to 20,000 feet and give him a parachute. Is that, wait, is that man an Arab or something else? No, he was Arab. You don't want to interrupt them from praying or they will back you up. Apparently, you know what's crazy? Here's my whole thing. What happens on an all Arab flight? Like, do they all get out of their seat and pray? Like, if you take an Arab flight and it takes, cause I know they pray like 5 times a day. So I'm going to assume like what, that's every 4 hours or so, or every 3 hours, something like that. I don't know. If they're doing this 5 times a day, what happens when they get on like a 4 or 5 hour flight? Do they all just get up and start praying? Like, something tells me that this only happens in places where they can bully people, like on planes. Like, and something tells me that this is like a French airline or an Italian airline or something crazy like that. I don't think this is going to happen on an actual Muslim airline. It says you have to understand the God they follow. Not praying when they are required to result in severe punishment, damnation. If you lived in that kind of fear of a ruthless, hateful leader, you do anything to follow their rules. It just irks me. It just really, pilot should turn the plane so he's praying in the wrong direction. That's what I came here for. It did that once when working for an airline. A cleaner dropped and started praying. He was getting in the way of us performing ground maintenance. We had the best tug driver. He turned it around without him knowing. The cleaner went ballistic when he found out. Oh, yeah, they do have autopilot. Like, nobody's going to turn a whole plane just for this guy. It's these guys. I don't have a problem with Muslim people, but I know they act like this when they know they can get away with it. Like, when they know they're not going to get punched in the face or beat up, that's when they act like this. Because all of that praying and humbling thyself by placing his forehead on dirt didn't teach him any humility or respect for people. What does it teach then? Let's find out. Doesn't matter. In his eyes and belief, what he did was the will of Allah. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to reason with a lot of these dudes. Says they have no respect for others. Death. I ain't gonna say all that. Death to that. Death to those people and death to America. These radical Muslims have been chanting at us for years. They've killed hundreds of Americans throughout the years. Back in '79, when they overthrew the Shah of Iran, they had American hostage for over 400 days. Yeah, man, hey, Muslims be wild. They be wild on some stuff, man. They be wilding out. As I understand where they're coming from, because that's all they know. Yeah, that's really all they know. Like, I've been to some of those Muslim countries, and it's not like these dudes go to high school and college and they're reading the Bible the whole way or the Quran the whole way. A lot of these dudes went to, like, they don't go to school. They have like a basic education enough to read the Quran and like drive a taxi. So you're really dealing with somewhat fanatic people. It's not meant to teach humility. It's meant to be mindless repetition. I mean, you know what I'll say. I'm a Christian, right? But I can tell you a lot about the Bible, but I've never met a Muslim that can really tell me anything about the Quran. Never, like I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody be like, oh, in this page in this book it says, like, they just talk about their personal belief system as it pertains to that, or they talk about the rules, right? So like, it does seem to just be mindless repetition. It's like they teach them some baseline stuff and then it's just off to the races. One word, Islam, means submission. Submission by all infidels who said it's about peace of any sort. Now, I've definitely heard that. Indeed, and I agree, except their lukewarm followers seem to think it's a religion of peace, and yet all I see is violence. Yeah, I'm not with it. Kick him out of the plane. Yeah, you should have. What should happen next? They should take him to the police station and beat the crap out of him. and then throw him naked into a cell with no bed and just a bucket to poop in and leave him there for a year. These people is mad because really they've been on their planes glazing paws. I'm sick of these people in their entitled thinking. Hope he gets a prison sentence for assault. The little shite. And a lifetime ban from the airline. Yeah. They should.
The only X I want is extra money.
So he kisses this girl and he looks disgusted. And then he noticed the camera. Oh, I know the comments are going to be lit on this one. Let's see. Says that is so nasty and embarrassing. That girl deserves better. What? Not if she tastes or smell like fish or garbage. It was probably breath or alcohol. Since it's a party, it does happen for me to get disgusted by it since I don't drink. Saying she deserves better because you saw half a second of them together says more about you than it says about them. So much for spreading love and positivity. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah. If roles were inverted, the woman would had accused. I'm retarded today. The woman would had caused a loud scream at him to have better hygiene, humiliating him in public. That 100% would have happened. That's 1,000% true. She would have put him on blast. Plus would have broken up or cheated on him. Women are the heartless ones. Men, except the 10% toxic in the head, will be more soft and kind about this. Yeah, that's true. He tasted the other guy when he kissed her. Oh no. The Grok says, Twitter's own AI says, the disgusted look in the video is likely a humorous exaggeration tied to the song's lighthearted theme about moving on from exes. The song, If You're Done With Your Ex, Move On to the Next, by Gladys, is a viral TikTok track known for its comedic take on breakups. What does that have to... What? Get out of here. Get out of here. Where's the toxicity? She definitely looked around to make sure no one saw the firsthand embarrassment. Poor girl. No, that's probably had something on your lips. Forgot he like. This doesn't seem toxic at all.
And eat, and then we're gonna go to the. I'm Justin.
I'm Joe. I'm Isaac, and we're the Adventure Boys.
And today we're riding longboards. We're gonna go to Dairy Queen and eat, and then we're gonna go to the creek and go fishing. All right, guys, we made it. We're gonna go order some food. All right, guys, Isaac got a flamethrower. Me and Joe are gonna share this bacon, ranch, and cheese. And we got cheese curds. And I got one shake and Isaac got a drink. Oh my, guys, we just made it, and it's overflowed a lot. Look at that current, guys. This is where we stand at. This is where we stood at last time to film our video. Whenever we caught the creek stuff, we were standing right here. Look how the current's so good. Guys, it just ran.
So apparently, there are still kids outside touching grass. No iPods, no iPads and stuff. Okay, I like it.
All day, so it's really flooded. And this is where we usually stand to fish. We fish right into there. And it's really overflowed. So, we're gonna go swimming today and fishing. All right, guys, we made it. Our spot is like really, really deep right now. And we're gonna go up to that spot over there and jump off a tree into the water if it's deep enough. All right, let's swim. I got to go for a swim.
Cinder!
I can literally die. I can literally die.
Cinder!
Oh no, I just drowned. No. Oh my gosh, guys. Isaac's drowned.
Oh my God!
It's so deep. And the current's so strong. Oh my God.
Said I ain't sharing nobody. I ain't sharing my burger. I mean, they might be the two white kids might be related. I don't know.
Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it.
The water don't look deep enough to dive in, but at least they're having fun.
They're about to jump off of a tree. Go, Joe.
It's good.
Justin's turn.
Alright guys, now we're just ending off the video and we're riding longboards. See you guys in the next one.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's the kind of stuff I did. We actually went outside and had fun. So statistically, one of them will be in prison before his 21st birthday. Oh God. Twitter does not let you down. Oh, literally you agree. Oh God. Oh man. This is why we have Twitter. So why are you effing retards talking crap about race? These are well-grounded young men that are doing stuff the way they should be. You piece of, you turd. Oh man. The Twitter comments it's just you know these people don't smile or laugh in their real life. Like these people are miserable. It says ignore the positive comments, buddy. That statistic drastically changes if father figures remain. Yeah, I mean, that's true. What a effed up thing to say. Statistically, 2 of them might drown a black kid. Oh my God. Twitter is, oh my good. This place is just so toxic. The Instagram comments are even worse. Instagram, you know what? I thought they started like banning people for being like ridiculous. They haven't. They absolutely haven't. Like I've been on Instagram lately, and it's like it's basically Twitter. It's like Facebook over there. Oh my goodness. You're such a loser. Statistically, you are probably an accident and we're almost aborted. Oh God. Statistically, the person who wrote the above reply will live an unfulfilled life of loneliness and angst. I'm sorry for all who are forced to interact with you. Do better. He said they'd be the most happiest people you see smiling and calling you the N-word and stuff. It's like, man, people online are absolutely wild these days. It says statistically one of them will be in prison before. You spent your whole life in India or Russia. How would you know the future for American kids? Man, you cannot. Twitter doesn't let you down. It says, I'm waiting for one of them to say, I want to go see a dead body, depending on where they are. Cheese curds. Guessing this is Minnesota or Wisconsin. You know, I didn't catch that, but yeah, this got to be the Midwest. It could be like North Carolina or something like that. As a father of a 10-year-old in the suburbs, this is super common. Electric bikes and skateboards give them more freedom than we ever had. I don't think so. Kids aren't as brain rotted as people make them out to be. Oh, that's true. Do they like the electric bikes? I want to get one for my man. Shut up. I might care about you. Wholesome timeline cleanse. Uh-oh. In Belgium, an antisocial refugee named Muhammad threatens a man with a machete because he didn't like the way he looked at him. How do we fix this kind of behavior? You just know the comments are going to be ruthless on this one.
la tête de ma mère. Vous me filmez? Vous me filmez? Vous me filmez? Vous me filmez? Mohamed, vous me filmez? Non, les gars, c'est bon, laissez. Vous filmez? Vous filmez?
Where's this at? In Belgium. What's that? German? German. Belgium. Do they not have guns in Belgium? Like, I know they make guns in Belgium. Isn't Glock a Belgium thing, or is that Austrian? I know they make them. Where are these people's guns? Where are the cops in these super peaceful places? Yeah, it's a dude with a big old machete. And I don't know why you're flipping out. Let's check the comments. Oh, he said you solve it with bullets. Pretty much. Pretty much. Says, why not call the police? Let's check out. Because my 40 caliber Glock is just as effective as the police officers. Says, don't you need a license for that in Belgium? Probably. They got some effed up laws if you do. Yeah. Well, I mean, you need that. Like, you can't have no guns out here in California unless you're a criminal. Them the only folks with guns, them and the cops. Where I live, you are not allowed to have any kind of weapon for self-defense. Man, and see, this is why I appreciate America. Because if I get tired of California, I can just leave, and then I can shoot faces off if I need to. Because like if I was back home in Ohio and that happened, it's like I'm just gonna laugh at you and fill you full of lead. Like you're gonna be a couple grains heavier. This is insane. It says people who do armed robberies here get let off, but someone who threatens to defend himself gets sent to prison in New Zealand. Well, there you have it. That's crazy. I can shoot someone in the back, the back of the head for stealing my what? He said I can shoot somebody in the back of the head for stealing my Keith Sweat cassette tape. Well, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? Man, where did the Keith Sweat come from? Because I don't like my things to be stolen. He says, me neither, but I would just ask him to give it back at gunpoint if need be. Oh my God. Sure, I do. I do the same. But if they take off with my stuff, then I'm going to use every lawful means afforded to me to recover my property. Now you mention it, there is a guy who borrowed loads of my things. I need to get a gun and track him down. That wouldn't be legal even here. I would need to be some. California is a woke cesspool. California may as well be a whole other country. Like I don't know if you've ever been to Florida. If you go to Florida and you go to Miami, you'll see that Miami, from a cultural standpoint, is not Florida in any way, shape, or form. Like it's so different from the rest of Florida. California, and when I say California, we're talking Southern California, from like Sacramento down. That's like Central California. From like Central California down, like half of California is just an alien world. Like it is an absolute cesspool of wokeness and retardation. It's an objectively awful place. Like high crime, homeless people everywhere, just foolishness as far as the eye can see. It's just an awful place. I don't know why people, I don't even know why I still live here. Like I just need to leave. Oh man. It says when seconds count, police are only minutes away. Yeah. Is there any evidence this video is of what you claim? Who cares? Like you have a dude wielding a machete. Who cares what the claim is? Clearly, the guy's not supposed to be out and about slapping a machete against the ground. He says, I mean, seriously, are you recording a dude with a machete in the middle of the street and expect him to not act in a crazy, threatening manner? The guy recording is more crazy than the crazy lunatic. Modern Darwinism. Yeah, I mean, I would just leave, but at the same time, it's like, because you're not gonna turn the tape over to the police and get this guy arrested. You never hear about that. Wait, isn't Cali bills and inflation is a bit too high? It's way too high. It's way too high. They're like you're paying the California tax being out here. It's a magnificent place to be. Like, if you buy a car in California, they're going to make you pay what we call a sun tax. They're just going to make you pay a high tax. Like, it's like 10 to 13% for the car. And, so like if you buy a 20K car, it's going to cost you like 22K. So you're going to pay a high tax. But because of how California is constructed and how the weather is like so perfect, you can keep that car for like 15 years, 20 years, easy. Like, all you got to do is change the oil and do the basic maintenance, because we have like a really robust highway system, right? So, you get perks like that. But at the same time, all of the bills are sky high. So whatever you save on car maintenance is going to like air conditioning, or going to like taxes for homeless people and taxes for gay people and all kinds of other woke, stupid stuff. Is for every one good thing that is in California, you have about 50 other bad things. Like, the good does not outweigh the bad. It's just not a good place to be. It's just not. It's expensive and it's stupid. So there is but one answer for the lot of them. Deport them back to their country of origin ASAP. They're not going to what's crazy? And a lot of people just don't get it. They have this issue because they can't get the women to have kids. If the women were having more kids, they wouldn't be importing these people. He said, how's the crime rate if it's so gun-free? The crime rate is sky high. The crime rate in California is so high that they've stopped recording the crime. They've stopped recording it. Like places like San Francisco, Google, like you can go on YouTube and you can look at videos that talk about the downfall of San Francisco. Like, the crime is so high that businesses just shut down. Mega malls have shut down and just left because the people, they just rob and steal, and you're not allowed to defend yourself. I put it to you like this: the crime in California is way higher than most people think. Like, I know a lot of people think that the crime is like inflated. If anything, it's underinflated. Like, because they stopped reporting it, because like when you have that kind of crime, there has to be something that comes with it. And all of this started back when the Black Lives Matter stuff happened, like when they rioted and protested and burned everything. So essentially what the governor decided, what the insurance companies decided, and all of this goes back to insurance. So you have to understand, in America, everything is run off the insurance industry. So let's say a building burns down. Whoever owns the building and the company, they're going to be compensated in terms of insurance. Okay, well, you have to think from the standpoint of crime. If your buildings are getting shot up, if people are getting robbed outside of your buildings and you're getting sued for not having security and stuff like that, the insurance company can only handle so much. The crime is so high in California that the insurance companies told the businesses, we're not going to cover you anymore, and to just let all hell break loose. That way, all the property can just be sold off and there can be mass gentrification. So that's what they're kind of waiting for. But in the meantime, the worldwide economy is crashing and it's causing the crime to go even higher. So they can't even really gentrify the place because nobody wants to buy, because the crime is getting way too high. Because that was the plan. So it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in California. Like, America's doomed. It's like America's doomed. World War III is just going to be a restart for us. Oh no, they look like some pro-blacks.
Racism, white people, black people.
At this point in time, and they're married. We all deal with racism. White people deal with racism. Black people deal with racism. Everyone deals with
racism. White people, black people.
At this point in time, I would definitely say white people.
You're delusional.
I believe you're delusional.
You can't erase 400 years. You can't.
No one's trying to erase 400 years, but you're only focused, hyper-focused on the 400 years instead. Of course, you're thinking by your skin color instead of your brain. Your brain is not here. Your brain is not here. Your brain's up here. So think with your brain instead of your skin color. When you think by your skin color, this is what type of mentality you embody.
I'm black. That's it. I'm black.
We're human beings. We're human beings. This is why our society is going backwards instead of forward. You can keep repeating the same thing over and over. You can keep repeating the narrative. It doesn't matter.
You're integrationist. I don't care about white people.
I don't care about integration. I care about us coming together as the United States of America. This is the United States of America, not a divided States of America. You're in the divided States of America. I'm in the United.
You absolutely cannot argue it's stupid. I hate these pro-blacks, man. Like, it's like, dude, nobody cares about this pro-black bull crap. He says white people don't suffer from racism; they suffer from discrimination. I mean, that's debatable. You people drive me crazy with your fake ass 400-year bull crap. First of all, this country is only 250 years old. Second of all, if you look at it, it comes down to slavery was legal in the United States for only 65 years. But you know, you're too dumb to know your effing research. That's an objectively wrong comment. Like, I mean, slavery lasted for 400 years, but he's only counting the years that the country was in fact a country. So, I get it. It's like 2 out of 10 rage bait. What is this tactic where you just talk over the other person, repeating the same things over and over? It's annoying and not conducive to a civil exchange of views. This tactic comes from women. You could tell that the black guy on the left, not this guy,
White people, black people.
I think this guy's a rapper as well. This guy right here was definitely raised by a single mom. 100%. It says you never argued with the black person before. Oh, God. Oh, no. It says, in my day, it was called retardation. That's what it's called in my day as well. It's a sign of low intelligence. The big guy was articulate and honest, and the other guy was emotional and irrational. Yeah, that's a female argument, female argumentation. That's how women argue. That's how they teach their sons to argue. And then you have to deal with them as grown men. And then all of a sudden, everything is racist. Oh, Lord, everything's racist. Because you cannot have a constructive conversation or on anything of substance with a person who has a room temperature IQ. That is an absolute fact. It means you lost already. Yep. Have you ever been around a black person? Because I have worked with black people for years. I've just never experienced that behavior from anybody. I find that to be completely unbelievable. Oh, man. I worked as a nurse in Indianapolis from 2005 to 2011, and I would say about half of the nursing staff was black. One of them was a good friend. None of them were irrational like this guy. Yeah, well, social media has warped the minds of my people. Yeah, this is right. The current racism happening in the U.S. is against white people. I mean, that's true. DEI is pretty racist. It's open racism against white people. And nobody cares about all of this black struggle. It's like the whole economy is crashing. No one cares about your struggle per se. It says you're a traitor. Imagine someone you've never met before calling you a traitor and expecting you to feel something about it. Absolute insanity. He keeps saying he doesn't care about white people and then says white people don't want to come together. He probably doesn't know any white people. He's obviously very racist. I mean, you know, these pro-blacks, they think that being racism is like their ticket out of struggle. I don't know what they think. They think that that's going to They think being racist is going to help them, but it's not. Refreshing to see some of the black community be realistic to the current racist trend in America, rather than staying stuck in history and victim mentality. That's exactly what it is. Blaming current people for the past atrocities and claiming they're in the moral high ground with reversed racist thinking. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And it is good to see black folks not falling for the bait, acting stupid, because that's not going to help you one singular bit. Oh, God, what is this?
Uh-oh, we want me here. We want me here. We got trouble in here. We want me here.
Oh, she done.
Hey, we got trouble. Hey, we got trouble. You got a stick?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel bad for this woman. Why would you stick your hand in a crocodile's mouth in the first place? She got snatched over in there. She got snatched up. She put her hand in the crocodile's mouth, and he was like, "Oh, it's game time." You stupid.
Uh-oh, we want me here. Hey, we got trouble in here.
I don't see too many black folks getting caught up like this. Let's go to the comments. You have to stick your finger in its anus. Oh, wow. Since it's been proven that water can make frogs gay, I don't trust this advice anymore. Oh, my gosh. Can you show me an example? Bro is just looking for a reason to suggest that. Oh, is that your hobby? It says, no, that's dogs if they're attacking. And yes, it's 100% true. Why do people know this? Oh, man. Oh, gosh. It says, in jerk off. Oh. Oh, it says it's really pissed off now. It says, if that thing is spinning, I'm spinning with it because I know it would take your hand off. I think somebody made that comment. Oh, man. It said, that's noble, but the fool needs to go for the eyes. That's how you get them to let go. Gouging works on crocs, not just people. I mean, what is this AI? Oh, God, what is this? Random AI. Why do people insist on treating these death machines like they're dogs? I have no clue. I have no clue. He says, why isn't no one else helping who works there? Help do what? Help do what? Get eaten? That thing has a very small brain. It's a killing machine. I don't know why people don't think that crocodiles are not just... These aren't pets. These are not pets. It's another one. Quick, put your thumb in his bum hole. Oh, so see, here's the comment you were thinking of. It says, quick thinking. She knows how crocs work. Once there's no spinning from the croc, then the prey is likely to be saved. So like you were saying, like if you roll, you're rolling with it because the thing is going to try to take your arm off. That's why she had the thing like in a full guard and she wrapped her legs around it. That way he couldn't spin. So that makes sense. He said, where's the rest of the staff? Man, if I'm on the staff, I'm not getting involved. You're going to die on your own. You think such locations have emergency button with an alarm system? Heck no. You're just going to die. Look how fast that happened. Whoa. Got her.
Uh-oh, we want me here. We want me here. We got trouble in here. We want me here.
Man.
Hey, we got trouble.
Wouldn't be me. Would not be me. Uh-oh. We got some Karens.
In the car.
So listen to me, listen.
Get my freaking husband out of the fucking car. You have no fucking right
So what
to
you're gonna
fucking
do-
keep him in the car.
So listen to me, listen.
No.
Either, so we're trying to figure out what happened, okay?
I already told you what happened.
Okay, so you have two choices. You can go back over there, or I'm gonna put you in handcuffs and put you in his car.
Put me in handcuffs.
Okay, that's fine.
No. No.
Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Nah, it's too late for that.
Put your other hand. Put your other hand. I did give you a chance. Get her.
Yes, you love to see it. You love to see it.
You fucking asshole. I said I was sorry. I said okay.
And I gave you a chance.
No, I do. I said okay. God damn it.
Nah, you crossed the line.
Is your purse around her arm? Yeah, that's what I was trying to take off. Chill out. Do you want to get straight? Fuck you.
Nah, you can't be crossing the line like that. So this is against the law. I am for the police, but they can't just handcuff anyone. Police need retraining nationwide. They violate everyone's. This guy got 91 comments, and I'm pretty sure they're chewing him up. Let's see. Yes, they can actually just handcuff anyone. If you don't follow police orders, you become a threat. You can be handcuffed. I'm going to put it to you like this. For those of you, for all three of you watching, in case you guys didn't know, the police can handcuff you. Handcuffing does not mean you're under arrest. They can handcuff anybody they feel is a threat. Now, that's like, I don't even know if that qualifies as detainment. I'm pretty sure that's detainment. They can detain you for almost anything. They can't arrest you, but they can certainly handcuff you. Is that you should watch 50304 AJ? You be live streaming? What is it? What is his niche? What does he talk about? This is not true. They have to have a law for a lawful order. You are ignorant. That's not how that works. You are really that effing stupid. Yep, he is. It appears you are. Wrong. The cops absolutely can put you in handcuffs and detain you if you are obstructing them or interfering with them. That's 100% true. It doesn't need to be an arrest. That's what I just said. They can just temporarily detain you for their safety. They can and they will smack you around and put handcuffs on you and then send you on your way. I've seen it. I seen the cops beat a guy up. Like they squared off with him and like literally threw hands and jumped this dude, put him in handcuffs, put him in the car, and at the end of the day, they didn't even arrest him. They just beat him up and let him go. People have some crazy thoughts about the cops. It says no law on the books for officer safety. This is made up by the police officer. Safety equals officer's cowardliness. See, this is why people get messed up, because they think there has to be a law on the books. The cops being called law enforcement is a misnomer. They are code enforcers. And there are tons of codes on the books that allow cops to do just this. There doesn't have to be a law. Everybody doesn't break a law, right? There's more codes on the books than laws. For every one law, there's like 50 codes. And violating one of those codes can get you arrested or detained or a fine or something. And the cops can do almost anything they want. Like, go fight that in court. There's no law. I didn't break any law. You still got punched in the face. You still got thrown on the ground, and you still got handcuffed. Now shut up. It says, I don't see you out there putting your life on the line to protect others' safety. You tinker with computers in a safe office for crap's sake. Life on the line? Ha ha ha. Cops have a much safer job than roofers. What? Where? Like roofers in Arizona? Las Vegas? Like, what are you talking? Construction workers, oil riggers, etc. Cops are trained to be scared of the public. You are the enemy. I'm not Mr., pro cop guy. Like, I'm never going to beat my chest and thump my chest for cops. I support the cops 100%. When I have to deal with them, yes sir, no sir. But saying that they don't have, like, saying that there's all these people with a more dangerous job, like, stop. So here's an idea. Don't intentionally obstruct justice while the police are trying to do their job. That's what you do. Like, he told her, I'm going to put you in handcuffs. And then she played that stupid game. And see, here's the thing. This whole situation didn't even have to do with her. Imagine being married to this person.
Fucking right. Get my freaking husband out of the fucking car. You have no fucking right to fucking keep him in the car.
Like, think about this. This woman literally thinks that just because she's upset, she has to get her way. Like, consequence doesn't exist in her mind. Like, consequence is not real in this woman's mind. It's like, that's not how it works. I'm upset, therefore I get what I want, and I'm allowed to not follow any rules. Imagine being married to this woman and you're having an argument. How do you get anywhere with a woman who doesn't respect any form of authority? Like, what? Oh my goodness. You gotta like the Karens. Uh-oh.
Have anything to say? This video is for married men. Do you have anything to say to single men?
Well, yes. Yes, I do. And I'm willing to bet the ladies, they're going to lose their minds over what I'm about to say to my young gentlemen friends.
Yep, hold on.
Anything to say to single men?
Well, yes. Yes, I do. And I'm willing to bet the ladies, they're going to lose their minds over what I'm about to say to my young gentlemen friends, which is this. Don't do it. Just don't. Look, I'm all for marriage, and it should be something to strive for. But, and this is a big but, the risk nowadays far outweighs any reward. 55% of all marriages end up in divorce, most often filed by the woman because she's bored or thinks she can do better.
That's actually 55% of first-time marriages. Right, that's first time. Once we start talking about second and third, skyrockets to like 80%.
That's an absolute reality. And those 45% that do stay together, well, roughly a third of the men in them are miserable, but staying due to finances or the kids. Remember, even the so-called good ones can be turned, especially once all her jealous girlfriends start telling her for months or years even that you're a loser and she can do better. And in that divorce, you'll almost certainly lose everything. Lose your house, the good car, your pets, access to the kids, and a good portion of your income for years to come. So while marriage used to be the ideal, it isn't anymore. Instead, what I would do is choose to live together, if anything. Set up a trust that owns all your property so she can't get access to it.
Red said 55%. Yep, it's 55%. It's high. It is sky high.
Have a written agreement between you that she is to pay 50% of the mortgage as rent, as well as 50% of the other bills. Protect yourselves, gentlemen, and your assets as best as you can, because trust me, my young friends, today's modern women are always looking to cash in. They don't actually believe in commitment at all, and their word has been proven to be absolutely meaningless. The truth is, they're always looking to upgrade, and the minute she thinks she can, she's going to toss you aside and try and take as much from you as she can as her reward. Like it or not, that's the reality. And yes, that is sad. But it is what it is, and it's not going to change anytime soon.
This video is for married.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree with anything he said. Let's see what the comments are saying. I'm glad my wife and I are not modern. Been together since February 78. Married since June 1982. So this guy got married. He met his wife in a whole other world. Internet didn't even exist. Internet was 20 years away. So there have been rough patches, but we worked through them. Byron said if she went to college, it goes up to 7. Yeah, if she went to college, it goes way through the roof. Way through the roof. Here we go. Lori says, he sounds damaged. Nah. he sounds damaged because of women like you. That he didn't lie. And if you watch his channel, he spent years trying to see his kids. Personally, I've seen many of my friends go through similar situations. It's a wonder no man wants marriage. I mean, he sounds experienced in life. If he were bitter, his tone would be a bit different. He sounds right. Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. and see, all the women, Leora, I'm going to assume that's a woman. All the women, they just don't get it. And he sounds bitter. Well, he probably chose a hot gold digger who eventually left him. Next time, don't choose a woman based on her looks, and you won't have a crappy marriage. That's not how it works, though. That's not how it works. At any point in time, a woman can just switch up. At any point in time. Lynette, another woman, says he's the gold digger. He says charge her 50% of the mortgage as rent. So at the end, he owns the house and she owns nothing. He's a con artist. Let's see what the comments are saying. It says that was the point. She's living in his house using his utilities. So yes, she pays him rent like any other roommate. I mean, you know, he says you men are as thick as thieves, con artists. Would you tell your daughter to move in with a man and pay half his mortgage for the rest of her life and have nothing to show for it? Or would you tell her to roommate with the woman and save up for a down payment on her own house? I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading no dissertations. It says your head is going to pop after this one. What if the man already has no problem affording the mortgage on his own because he's wise enough to budget? Sex pest. Holy crap. You sound miserable. Uber level Karen. All right. I guess I'll read her whole dissertation. Or would you tell her to roommate with a woman and save up for a down payment on her own house? He's conning her and everyone knows it's a scam. And only other scamming men are condoning this behavior. They should just live separate in their own apartments and never date. He should buy a smaller, cheaper house where he can afford the whole mortgage on his own. Then, as a single bachelor, has to clean and do the chores around his bachelor pad by himself instead of stealing a woman's free, unpaid labor. She lives separate and doesn't have a sex pest harassing her constantly. See, this is what this guy's talking about. And this is like, if you guys have watched my channel, I've talked about this. This whole sex pest line right here, that's what women think. Like, you guys marry them and they don't want to have to actually give you sex or do anything for you, right? They look at sex as maintenance. It's just maintenance for them. Oh, okay, I guess I got to give you sex today, right? Imagine being married to a woman who thinks giving you sex is like this arduous chore. Good Lord. No free ride, beaches. F is wrong with all these women. That's why we men are traveling. I'll probably never in this lifetime get married, and if I do, pre-up on everything. That's what I worked hard for. I mean, you have to. You have to. Like, you can't get married these days. Uh-oh, we got a simp. Weak men blaming women for their problems. There's a lot of crappy women out there. Stop marrying them. Good women don't divorce manly men. Good women don't divorce manly men. I mean, so I guess every man that gets divorced, it was his fault. Because 80% of divorces are filed by women. So I guess just it's all the men's fault. Just all the men are deficient somehow. What are we talking about manly men? Are we talking about the guys back in the 70s and the 80s where all the women are filing their Me Too? The majority of these Me Too cases are coming from guys 30, 40 years ago. So are those the manly men who weren't getting divorced? Like, what are you talking about? Shut up. I hope they roasted him. He said he covered that. Even the good ones can be turned. So marry a good one and she turns on you. You're screwed. He says the good ones don't turn by definition. Man, I would say I feel bad for these kinds of people who think like this, but they're too stupid to be saved. Because they are human. Women are wired the way they are, and temptation and desire exist in them. You want a perfect woman that's flawless. Get a robot. Well done. You said the obvious. A woman who turns isn't a good woman. They all turn. Like they're all going to turn on you at some point. It's programmed into them. It's part of their wiring. They don't stay the same. And you know what's crazy? A lot of guys think that they're going to marry this woman and she ain't going to change. It's going to be off with her. It's going to be off with his head. It's going to be off with his head. Like he don't like people like that never see it coming. He says, not at all. Here's the real advice. Cultivate a relationship with Jesus. Man, these religious freaks, save yourself until marriage. Your future wife ain't saving herself till marriage. Find a woman who values faith as much as you do and will submit to you. Women aren't submitting. They're not submitting. I go to church. They're not submitting, right? There is no scripture you can hit her with and be like, hey, remember, say right here, you got to submit. Like, that's not how that works. Oh my goodness. Like, there's also, you can look into, but last I checked, 13% of divorce was financial. I mean, that's a high percentage. Like, people are getting divorced simply because of the money, right? And those are the ones who are explicitly saying, I'm divorcing this person because of the money. The money ain't there. I'm divorcing this person, right? So it could be higher than that. It says 55% of women file for divorce because they were drunk in sex when they met, and it took them a few years to realize that they married a little biatch that can't lead / wants to lead a household with his little ego instead of following Jesus. Oh my God, these Bible thumpers. They think that God is going to save them from divorce. You're married to the state when you get married. You're not married to God. You're married to the state. He lost me at risk and reward. If you're coming into marriage thinking of what you will get out of it, you've already failed. Isn't that how women go into marriage? Like, what? Isn't that how women go into marriage? Don't they go into it thinking like what they can get out of it? Isn't that why they want a guy of a certain caliber financially? You just dunked on yourself. Oh my goodness. He's correct. Ladies, do the same. Never move in with a guy like this. Never invest into his property and never let him live on your wallet. I mean, yeah, that's true. By the way, 50% of mortgage as rent is BS. Best have 2 separate households. Thank me later. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's rough times out here. Or now here's a thought. Men, be worth submitting to. You should be a leader, not an egotistical bully. See, these people who talk this submission stuff, women have fought for decades to not have to submit. They don't want to do that. Women, be worth dying for. Your role is to be supportive, not destructive or self-destructive. Now they want to be, that's part of female empowerment, being destructive and self-destructive. And you have to accept them both ways. Oh man, terribly untrue. You all need to stop rushing, stop getting a fixer-upper as a husband, give one woman 8 effing baby daddies, keep it in your, these people are lost. These people are lost. You can't help them. Uh-oh. We got rappers. It says Kodak Black picks his nose and wipes the boogers on a woman's head in the club. Oh my Lord. What? Whose man's is this? Hey, Pyro, man, ain't Yak from ain't he from Jamaica or something like? Ain't he Jamaican? What is this? Oh, what in the world did I just watch? I can't turn the sound on because they'll snipe the stream. This man picked a booger and wiped it on this girl's head. What are we doing? Whose man's is this? Oh, he all up in there too. You know he came out with something. Oh. No. This man is a straight up demon and then touched the other girl's lip. Oh my God. This is exactly why I don't go to clubs. Let's see the comment section. I gotta see this. Nigga already told you he was a gremlin. Oh, disgusting. Just like his looks. Man. He said those types of women do way worse things in Dubai. Hey, man, what? It says Kodak has another case coming soon or death. He dead ass just sexually assaulted that girl right there at the end. That should be the real caption. This man is a convicted rapist in a strip. Oh, now I gotta go see the end of this. All right, let's see the end. Where's this intimate assault we talking about? Don't deport the Latinas. Where does assault occur at? He gonna do something stupid. What did he do? Oh, is he talking about this? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, these rappers these people are idiots. Oh my goodness. Is that dude crashing out in front of our eyes and no one around seems to see the problem with this. He needs help. Man, you wiping boogers on girls, man. What are we like? You got too much money if you got time for that. Kodak out here redefining bottle service. Next up, complimentary booger facials for Man, I hate these new rappers, man. Like, what are we talking about right now? Oh, man. He said, this one act actually has made me hate this nigga. Oh, man. The youngsters are fried. Uh-oh.
If you can get a girl pregnant. I think we should do a breeding competition. We'll see if you can get a girl pregnant quicker than I can get pregnant.
I mean, that'd be a good competition. I think I still...
So do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years.
Girl power.
They are, though. Women are stupid.
They're stupid. So Bonnie's just the smartest. She's the Wall Street banker of this whole shit. Okay,
Will.
so do you vote?
No.
Okay, she's perfect. This is the kind of women we need. This is done.
So Bonnie's a hoe.
I don't want to insult Bonnie Blue.
You can't insult me.
I mean, you called her a hoe when I last talked to you.
No, I said she was a whore.
I mean, if you had an 18-year-old son, would you send him to me on his 18th birthday?
No.
So serious. Right, Rob, on your son's 18th birthday, I'll be stood on the driveway with a balloon and a happy birthday card. I'll take his virginity, but I'll take him to a safe, controlled environment. I'm not going to cry and rape the next day.
Rob, you should do it.
Okay, would you send your son to Bonnie, age 18, birthday?
I don't need to, but you need to.
Andrew, I do father and son as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Brother and brother?
No,
Bit of double
no.
penetration?
You're not trans, and I knew you weren't trans. 100%.
Is that because you've had multiple wanks?
No, it's...
Or is
You're
that
not
because
trans.
you left this at my last event? Oh, you don't want to touch it? I thought you might be thirsty. You want to rinse it for cum?
Bonnie. Rob, the world's fucked. They're all like this.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. is her vagina is probably like boot leather. What are we talking about? What she has done is sleep with thousands of adult men consensually versus Andrew Tate having intimately abused, trafficked, and blackmailed underage girls. But all the comments are condemning her. Says more about how low expectations of society men are. I mean, sex is easier for women to get and dish out. And all those women, they still haven't convicted Andrew Tate for anything. Right? So then this, oh my God, I didn't notice this Cobra Commander. Oh, of course, Cobra Commander says she's correct. Women have fought for the right to choose, the freedom to choose. She is exercising her freedom, the same freedom that a lot of men in the top 1% experience, but they just don't have it filmed on camera. Okay, so this is the stupidity that men are talking about. 100% of women want the power of 1% of men that 99% of men do not have. That's the issue. That's what's throwing everything off. All women have the ability, let's say 99% of women have the ability to be Bonnie Blue. Not 99%, only 1% of men can be Andrew Tate and have all that power and be, presidents and kings and all of that. So when all women can be this degenerate, it just destroys nations. That's the whole issue. I wish they understood this. I wonder if anybody called this woman out for her stupidity. Well, if that isn't some horseshit. Oh my goodness. Wait, women have fought to have sex with 1,000 guys all this time? Yep. It says no woman has ever fought for the right to be seen as a sloot. Literally not one. I don't think that's quite true. Let's see. It says the women's rights movement was about equality, respect, and dignity, not degradation. But it morphed into this. She's one of the reasons men feel justified in taking advantage of women because of her actions. I mean, women are the reason hookup culture exists. There's no sex without the woman's consent. Like that, we don't make the rules. So all the women who have been engaging in hookup culture, and keep in mind, hookup culture is older than Twitter. It's like 30 years older than Twitter. This goes back to single mom culture. So from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, you see the steady uptick in single moms. That's hookup culture. It's just not on steroids. It's on steroids and in hyperdrive right now. So, and I think they have been fighting for it. Yeah, women want to be free. They want to be free. What else? It says, I'm the only one who doesn't find her face even the least bit attractive. You guys know what's crazy? How old is Bonnie Blue? I don't even think she's 30. Let me look up Bonnie Blue age. She is 26. Allegedly. Ooh, that's a rough 26. It says women fought to be complete whores. what terrible thing to fight for or be proud of. If anything, she's the reason to take away rights, seeing what she did with them. I mean, you know, I'm never going to say that you should just take people's rights, but I think the bar of entry to having rights should be a whole lot higher, because holy smokes. Wow. What kind of idiot actually takes the time out of the day to watch this trash? I mean, if you watch Kai Cenat, says what? Even most men don't screw that many women in multiple lifetimes. She's disgusting. Is she your hero? So that's what I'm saying. And she looks rough. And she's slept with over 1,000 people. That's insanity. Ugh. Yeah, but this is what women fought to be. It's what they fought for. Oh no, what's this?
At the LA County. The fucking Americans are getting up to some absolute shenanigans at the LA County Fair. The food is some of the most disgusting footage I've ever witnessed. Well done, America. You should be fucking proud. What other nation could possibly bring us the triple donut cheeseburger? I love how not only is it a donut burger, it has 3 fucking burgers in it. They were going to go with 2, but they didn't want to be cunts, starving people. And the Americans need the energy, so they can walk over and buy a cereal burger. Pickle lemonade. Nobody asked. America delivered. But there were also healthy options. Oh, fuck. No, never mind. I want to thank America. Actually, just wait 1 second. I want to thank America for showing us what's possible. We're fat cunts, but what we're doing is child's play. Every day, you show us what we could be. Follow me. I'm delicious.
Americans are some disgusting animals, I must admit. There's nothing good happening in this country. As an American, that's gross. Who the F puts ketchup on their donut triple cheeseburger? Oh my God. Oh. It's more of a ranch thing. Straight to jail right away. Oh man, it needs bacon. It needs mustard. Oh my Lord. It's banana ketchup, slightly sweeter. Oh my goodness. It needs throwing in the bin. It's got to be freaking sin to eat that shite. Oh man. Americans are some fat, disgusting people, man. It is, I like how he pretends Scots don't deep fry pizza and Mars bars. What? Nobody asked, but America delivered. Go eat a fish potato with beans? Oh, my Lord. He says, why is your fat ass trying to label California's eating? Everybody's eating such a fat ass. If you're from England, worry about how dirty that effing place is. Clean that crap up, then worry about what's going on in America. But I mean, America's a haven for slobs. We're doing way too much over here. Uh-oh. What's Trump talking about? I don't care. Sauce Walker responds to some woman saying people shouldn't use the N-word if they are not black. And he says, that's like black people. That's like saying black people can't eat tacos. We got to stop interviewing rappers, man. What is going on? Amanda Bynes. Oh, this is super sad. They watch her deteriorate over the years. Yeah. Too much music in the background. I think, are you guys even old enough to remember Amanda Bynes? Like she was top tier preteen crush back in the day, and then she lost her mind because of the Hollywood weirdos. Super, super sad to see her fall off like that. Yikes. Uh-oh, here we go.
I am single. Why is that the case? Honestly, I run into a bunch of women. They see that I have some type of money. I'm not the richest guy, but they like to spend all my money, and then they leave.
So they're not being an asset in your...
No, Amanda Bynes ain't dead. She just lost her mind. She just went crazy.
life.
More of a liability.
How do you feel like they're doing that? And give me the timeline. Break it down.
Honestly, I think it's like a Western civilization thing, because there's been many times where I go out of the country, I spend money on women, they treat me like a king. I could spend $4,000 at Club Space right now. A bunch of girls will come to the club, they'll drink all my liquor, they'll take pictures, and then say peace.
Do you really think that you're going to find the woman that you're looking for in those environments?
I know when you're going to a third world country, the Visa card is always up in the air, but I'll tell you right now, I'd rather go and find my wife from Cartagena than go to Miami and find her. 100%.
What's the difference over there?
You spend any type of money on a girl from Cartagena.
Yeah, the guy Orlando Brown, he lost his mind too. Yeah, all the Disney kids lose their mind. They be touching on them kids and giving them drugs at early ages. It's sad what they do to them, man. Ugh. Yeah, the Hollywood get to them. That Hollywood turn them kids out, and it's awful what they do to those kids. And like watching Amanda Bynes fall off was like watching her fall off. It happened in real time, like because like she was successful. She was successful long term. Like I grew up watching her. Like I remember when she was on All That, and she replaced one of the girls. And I remember being in like grade school, and she replaced one of the characters on All That, and that's an old Nickelodeon show. And she replaced that person, and everybody was like, "Nah, we don't want her." And she replaced the person, and then she just crushed it like every episode. So we was like, "Oh, okay, she's actually really dope." And she we just watched her go from Nickelodeon to like actual movies and everything. And then when she fell off, like when she started like freaking out and stuff, like we were all adults. So it was like watching your friend fall off. But then it started happening to everybody. Like the guy, like you just mentioned, Orlando Brown. They just all started falling off at the same time. The Nickelodeon kids, they turned all them kids out. A lot of them, Hollywood's a nasty, nasty place.
She's gonna come back and make a 9-course meal for you and your homies. If you do that in Miami, she's gonna take your Social Security and run it up. There's a difference, boys. I'm telling you, this is free game. I am 100% indoctrined as a Passport bro since March 1st.
Why do you think Western women tend to lack that attribute?
Social media is 100% killed romance, right? And every time I have troubles with women, my dad comes up to me and he says, "You're working twice as hard as I did for a woman that's 4 times worse than your mother." So what does that tell you?
You know, these dudes with the passport stuff, they kill me. Because it's not like there's, like if these women were good women in Cartagena and Colombia and the Dominican and over there in the Philippines, if they were actually good women, they would be settling for the guys that are already over there working hard. Why aren't they settling for Raul, the guy who works at the tire shop? Like, why are they waiting for you to come over there with the American dollar that's way more powerful than whatever they have in Cartagena? Like, these guys think that they're going to go over there and get this wholesome woman, this virginal, untouched woman. It's like that like Red said, the passport is not going to save you. It just makes you a bigger mark. It makes you a mark over there. Like all of those women are sex workers. Like the passport bros are never going away, right? But at the same time, the stuff that you see over there is not indicative of real life. Like, you have to change your mindset. If you're going to be a passport bro, you have to understand is that the thing is after they know these women aren't angels. I certainly hope they know, because I think a lot of these guys, the way they look at it, or at least the way it's portrayed online, when you hear them talk, the way they talk is like they think that the women overseas are just somehow different, and it's like they're different from a small perspective, but they still want shiny things. They still want to live in the house, and if you marry them, and especially if you bring them back. If you bring them back to the States, they're gonna cut you in half. They're gonna cut you in half. But like, if you stay over there, okay, you might have a better chance. But at the same time, you're moving to their country. You might not speak their language. You don't know the tempo of that country. And she already has, like people get divorced. People, like, I've seen tons of people in the military move to Japan, move to the Philippines, move to Thailand, move to these places, and they get divorced. Right? Like, I think the passport movement for right now is a better option than dating in America, but it's not going to save you, right? It's not going to necessarily save you from female nature. Like, wherever you go, a woman is a woman. He said, I'd be afraid to be a passport bro because they'll treat you different. I mean, well, think about it. You don't see anybody going to Mexico to be a passport bro. Like, Mexico is right there. And you can come right back to America for stuff. Nobody goes to Mexico because you're going to end up dealing with the cartel. You're going to end up dealing with a society of people who have the drop on you. And you're going to end up getting finessed. Like, they know you got money. They know what the deal is. There's a lot of stuff that comes with being a passport bro. Right? Like, you're going to end up taking care of that person's whole family. These women in the Philippines and in these, lesser countries, these are very family-oriented people. You can't just go over there with a whole bunch of women or with a whole bunch of money, get one of their women, and then move into some high castle and never deal with her family. They're going to expect you to put everybody on. They're going to expect you to take care of little brothers and sisters and cousins. They're going to, it's going to be family cookouts at your house all the time. Like, most of those women come from big families, and they're going to expect you to kick in because that's what they do. They're very much community oriented. So if you're going to be a passport bro, the American mindset has to die, which that right there is going to put you in a different perspective. That right there is going to put you in a different situation that leads to you getting used. They're going to bleed you dry. So it's not the end all be all that people think it is, but I get why. Uh-oh, JoJo Siwa. Oh, can't play that. JoJo Siwa says she was pressured to come out as lesbian in a weird way. Or she says, in a weird way, I think pressure came a little bit from inside the LGBTQ community at times. Yep. See, this is what we were talking. This is exactly what Pyro was talking about, how everybody ended up turning gay with the Amanda Bynes thing. Like she never when Amanda came out and she bust on the scene, she came out in 1996, right? So the whole LGBT thing wasn't a thing. That's why they couldn't turn her out. But they were pressuring all these kids to be way more adult way earlier. It said, just say you're bi. Well, you know what's crazy? I don't think she wants to be any of that. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like, Hollywood pressures these kids into being gay. They don't want them to be bi. They don't want them to, they want them to be all the way on this side. They want them to be all the way on the left. Right? It's absolutely crazy. like she said, they pressured her. Let's see what the he said, who could have possibly known that young minds can be persuaded to do and say stupid things through peer pressure? They know. Like they groom these kids into this, and then all of a sudden, boom, the floodgates open up. It's funny how a solid schlong can turn fake gay girls back straight. Oh, God. She was gay until she got the D. This is why we come to Twitter. I can't stand when people get pushed into labels. I thought coming out was about freedom, not meeting someone else's checklist. Nope, it's all an agenda. It always has been an agenda. Did they pressure her to be an incredible douche? Yes. Well, and I don't know if you guys remember when this girl was like being super douchey, like she was being super, super insufferable. But that's one of the mainstays of the LGBT community. Like those people are insufferable. So that's part of it. Like you got to act that way. You have to be like, that's your whole personality. Your whole personality becomes, I'm gay and I'm gonna put this in your face. They be messing these kids up, man. Because I've been right from the start. Celebration and promotion of deviancy would result in more of it. That's true. I went to high school with a girl who claimed to be a lesbian, a pretty redhead, endured 1 or 2 toxic lesbian relationships, then ended up getting married and having several kids with Chad Thundercock. Still together to this day. This kind of reminds me of that. It said women be seeing men sweating and having him take it off his shirt, and she must be saying, I want to have me some of that. You know what's crazy, man? I've heard it said there's no such thing as a lesbian, and it's like if you really talk to women, it's like they've all like I've never met a true I've met true lesbians, but a lot of them are like on the fence. A lot of them are on the fence. A lot of it is peer pressure and all this other stuff. It's crazy. Uh-oh.
Men are only good for making babies. And women are actually better. In my opinion, I feel like men are only good for making babies and that's it.
How idiotic is it to say that women are better when you check the last 1,000 years of human history? Every major invention has been by men. The light that's lighting this room. Who created electricity? Was it a woman or was it like somebody like Benjamin Franklin? Everything that you appreciate today, if we're talking about cars and the production of cars, the reason you can have a car, mass production, Henry Ford, these are all male names. So you're going to go off the rails and say women are better than men, where if we didn't have men, we'd be sitting around in a goddamn hut throwing dookie on each other. You guys have not created any major inventions.
If we're talking science, there's different multiverses. What if there's a multiverse where women made everything, where women did everything? And, I'm just saying. But
you went to a whole nother dimension to beat me in an argument.
Shout out to Caesar, man.
And women are actually better, in my opinion.
I mean, oh my Lord, what in the world? If feminists had as much power as they wanted, if feminists had as much power as they wanted, then they would commit genocide against all men. That's why good people need to unite against modern feminism. Hey, he said if women were in charge, we'd be throwing dookie on each other. I gotta hear that again.
Idiotic is it to say that women are better when you check the last 1,000 years of human history? Every major invention has been by men. The light that's lighting this room. Who created electricity? Was it a woman or was it like somebody like Benjamin Franklin? Everything that you appreciate today, if we're talking about cars and the production of cars, the reason you can have a car, mass production, Henry Ford, these are all male names. So you're going to go off the rails and say women are better than men, where if we didn't have men, we'd be sitting around in a goddamn hut throwing dookie on each other. You guys have not created any major inventions.
If we're talking science, there's different multiverses. What if there's a multiverse where women made everything, where women did everything? And, I'm just saying. But
you went to a whole nother dimension to beat me in an argument.
Shout out to Caesar, man.
Hey, that's what it is to argue with a woman, man. It's just that the multiverse. This idiot thought we live in Rick and Morty and can travel to other timelines. Man, I feel sorry for you dudes who are out here arguing with women like this, bro. Like, what? This is someone cooked here. Oh my God. He said men are good for babies and that's it. Then put a man in jail for forced child support. Then live off a man in his house that he pays for, driving in a car he paid for, eating the food he paid for while texting other men. Women ain't Man, oh man. He said, what kind of people are raising these women? What are they reading? Who's giving them their egos? Do they all rate themselves as 10? Bo Derek a 10 in my years. I know I'm a 5 with makeup and Botox. Girls, stop dreaming and get a clear mirror. I mean, at least she's honest. Wow. He said, I would respect feminists if they actually killed and died for their beliefs, but they just nagged and men got tired of them, so they got it. That's sexist because men had to die and fight to get what they want. The fact that they are women, they didn't have to fight. I mean, that's 100% true. That's 100% true. He said that's what Raging Golden Eagle said. If we listen, we would still be in grass huts. But yeah, well, I mean, I think about what this guy is saying. Souling heart, whatever. He said, like, I would respect feminists if they actually killed and died for their beliefs, but they didn't. They just nagged men until men went and got what they wanted. That's the whole thing. See, this is why you don't listen to the people who can't produce. Women have never been producers in real time. Like, I mean, obviously, like kids and stuff like that, and they cook and they mend clothes. They've been helpers, but they haven't been the main producers. And we've given them the power of the main producer. And now we're all moving backwards as a society. And of course, you have this one woman. Okay, bro is right. If we were in Africa, who invented Bluetooth? Actually, a man invented Bluetooth, but the protocol to make it work as we know it today, a woman did come up with that. But that's like one thing. You invented Bluetooth for a cell phone that already existed. Bluetooth is nothing but a derivative of text messaging. Like, that's all it is a protocol for information transfer. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. He said, now make that argument even more accurate and say every major invention was by a white man. Oh, here we go. We got Adolf. Literally Adolf. This is why we come to Twitter. We come for the toxicity and we stay for the laughs. Oh, man. He says the funny thing is, when it comes down to it, women wouldn't be able to get very far without any men on their side. No, of course not. We tolerate them. We tolerate our lovable liabilities. Oh, my goodness. What else do we got? What is this? There's probably some music playing. Yeah, we got some Shakira. We got this tall, leggy model in some city. Don't know what this city is. And she's dancing across the street. You know, it's crazy. I remember, I am old enough to remember when this was the beauty standard. Before all this, before the thickness took over. Before everybody was thick and before everybody was into like fat women. And actually, I know Sir Mix-a-Lot, everybody's heard the Baby Got Back video. Like, everybody's heard that song. But it was actually Juvenile when he took over for the 9-9 in the 2000s. When Cash Money took over for the 9-9 in the 2000, that's when all the fat girls got all kinds of clout. And ever since then, this has not been the beauty standard, and we are less as a people because of it. I blame Juvenile and Cash Money and Baby and Manny Fresh. I blame Manny Fresh's insane beat making for putting fat women on the map like he has. Shame on you. Joe Rogan.
Mark Zuckerberg started doing, by the way, I'll tell you for a fact, Mark Zuckerberg started doing jiu-jitsu, and nothing turns you into a libertarian like jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nothing turns you into a person who, like, really values hard work and discipline and struggle like jiu-jitsu. Because exposure of character on a level that like there's nothing else is like it.
Wow. I hadn't thought about that much.
Yeah, because you expose character in a way that it's almost impossible, even with other martial arts. Because with other martial arts, you can only spar so much, man. Believe me, because I spar too much. You spar a lot, you get hurt. And you get hurt, eventually you get dinged up to the point where your brain is just not firing so well anymore.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'll tell you.
He said, I like everything big, Biggie Smalls. He says, Biggie Smalls, big fries, big milkshakes. I mean, I'm not against like thick women. I'm not into fat women. I'm certainly not against thick women. But the problem is it went too far. Like as a culture, like we because now women say all women are beautiful. Like you're beautiful at any size. What? No, you're not. It's like come on. Can we really say that a thick woman is better than this? It's like when this woman is 60, she's not going to be a fat tub of goo that you have to wheel down the street. This woman is going to have collected. First of all, I'm not big enough to manhandle some giant walrus of a woman. Like I'm not big enough, right? So I'm just going to feel out of place with this woman. Like, secondly, let's be 100% realistic, right? Let's be 100% realistic. A woman like this is going to have insane competition. Not from other women. I'm saying in terms of men. I should say if you're going after a woman like this, the competition you're going to be up against to get this woman is absolutely mind-shattering. You're not going to be able to easily get this woman. Rich men are going to be after her. All the athletes are going to be after her. Every man with money and status is going to be after her. Like, you're not just walking up to a woman like this and just, oh, hey, let me run some pickup line on you. Like when you go to Cartagena, like when you see the Passport Bros, you never see the Passport Bros with girls like this. You always see them with the big old thick girls, because it's low hanging fruit. Those are the girls. Anybody can get to those girls. Those are the girls who grew up in the favelas in Brazil and they grew up in the ghetto. There's a reason you don't see girls who come out of the ghetto looking like this. They eat all the processed food. And keep in mind, I'm not hating on those women, but it's like, just like a man has to prove his worth, like you got to go out there, you got to make your money, you got to make your bag, you got to do a lot of things to get your money up to prove you're a top tier man. I don't believe that women should have to, I don't believe existing as a woman is enough to put you in the upper echelon. Like, this is a woman who clearly keeps herself in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying there's levels to this, and the rump shakers aren't at the top. I'm sorry. But to Joe Rogan's point, I would fight Joe Rogan and Mark Zuckerberg 1 versus 2, and I would only need to use one. What is this guy smoking? You would get destroyed. You either win or you learn. Yeah. Oh, God. Here's our woman empowerment.
Dramatic moment. A passerby helps.
Give me that taser now.
This is the dramatic moment. A passerby helps a female cop detain an out-of-control suspect after a wild chase. Trooper Alexandria Duncan had pulled over Angel Zapet Alvarado for speeding at 114 miles per hour, but the situation quickly escalated when he resisted arrest.
Get out of the car and put your hands behind your back.
See, this is why men get paid more. This is exactly why men get paid more.
Why? We're going to jail.
Why?
Witnessing the struggle, Kylie Sutton bravely intervened, risking her own safety to assist Trooper Duncan.
Give me that taser now. No.
Just imagine if she ran into someone who wasn't a fat, drunk Mexican. Like, bro, you run into any guy with a shaker bottle who does 20 push-ups a day, and you're going to get flatlined on the side of the highway. This is embarrassing.
With Sutton's help in restraining the suspect, Duncan was able to draw her service weapon, firing one round that struck Zapet Alvarado in the right temple, wounding him. Zapet Alvarado was transported to Mercy Hospital, Northwest Arkansas, where he was treated and later released to law enforcement.
How did he not die? You shot this man in the temple and he didn't die? So, like, wait a minute. So you're struggling with this. You pull the guy over. You can barely get him out of the car. You get him out of the car. You start wrestling with him. He's fat. He's drunk. He's overweight. He's this. He's that. He's kicking your ass, and you can't tase him. Your taser gets thrown across the highway. Some random woman has to come help you, and then when you do get your actual weapon and you fire a shot, you graze him in the temple. Like what?
Trooper Duncan received treatment for non-life-threatening injuries. Had it not been for Sutton's heroic actions, this could have ended tragically.
They should fire her. They should fire this woman for putting civilians in danger. Like, the fact that you can't do your job. This is oh, but this is who's protecting and serving you. Oh, there's only 4 comments. Oh, what? She should not be patrolling without backup. I mean, people patrol without backup. As the citizens seemed more equipped to handle the situation than the actual officer. Big ups to the Good Samaritan. I mean, yeah. Says what? DEI is literally killing us. I mean, if I'm getting beat up, I don't want her. Don't call her. This is why most. Oh my God! I thought the comments would be a lot more. Thought they'd be more toxic. Uh-oh. Got a woman crying in the car. Says, is it impossible for women after 40 to find a boyfriend? I have no children. I cook delicious food and have a big house. I'm ready for, am I really that bad? This woman don't look 40, but another comment. Feels like a false video made by incels who want women to feel scared of it. Well, I mean, she the one who posted. What are we talking about? Then again, she does have like what appears to be a wedding ring. I'm going to assume that's actually her left hand. I don't know. This could be fake. Shouldn't have racked up that 500-man body count and pulled a dozen 10-man trains. Oh, God. Slept with 10 black guys. Had 5 black baby abortions. And you blew off good men your whole life. Oh. Crazy, you just made up a whole narrative out of thin air. This level of insecurity has to be studied. Wait, I'm pretty sure it's linked to things like BPD and NPD. Go see someone, jeez. If you really thought bad men get girls and you fashion yourself as a whiny good man, fishing for girls' pity, it's kind of on you. Yeah, I mean, that's actually true. Who said she slept with black guys? Oh, come on. You see a white woman crying on the internet. The trolls are coming. Yeah, I mean that's what it said. 40 and she wants a boy. This could be fake. It's likely fake, but you know that's not. Hey, white dudes on Twitter, man, they make it fun. They keep it fun. I just laugh at the stuff. This keeps Twitter fun. I don't care about the WNBA. Uh-oh, John Jones.
Off the cuff.
This guy is not going to fight Tom Aspinall, and I hate him for that. Let's see. Where's the rest of this interview at? Where is the rest of this interview? I know I've seen it someplace. Like this guy he's just the biggest duck in history. I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. He was saying something earlier. I seen it. He was saying that he didn't want to fight him because there's always going to be another guy. And I'm like, that's the point, stupid. I can't find it. It's somewhere. I know it's somewhere, but this guy, he's just ducking. He's a loser. Says he's almost 38. It says he's almost 38 years old. He has nothing else to prove. Dude's been on top for nearly 2 decades. Get real. Enjoy life, John. No, you definitely have something to prove. First of all, he's 9 years younger than Daniel Cormier. And him and Daniel Cormier fought when Daniel was almost 40. I think Daniel was 38. Like when they fought like the second time. So he's just ducking. Right? Like I think he was a solid 10 years younger than Chael Sonnen. So now all of a sudden he doesn't want to fight. Man, I hate the guy for that. I hate him for that. You don't get that luxury being the champion, you effing imbecile. When older dudes gave John that honor of fighting when he was challenging, God, you casuals are stupid as I agree. You have to take the fight. You have to take that fight. You can't not fight Tom Aspinall. I don't care what anyone says. Like, I can't whoop John Jones. But if he doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, I'm going to put it way high up there as a mark against him. Because you guys got to think, I don't know how many of you watch MMA. I'm a huge MMA fan. John has had a lot of controversy. And it's like, you need to go out on top. Your last fight was a washed up Stipe Miocic, and now you're ducking Tom Aspinall, a dude who's bigger, stronger, faster, hits harder, knocks everyone out. He's younger than you, and he's hungry, and you're ducking. Nah, get out of here. Get out of here. Nope. It says, then relinquish the effing belt and stop holding up the division. Happily retired. This is the way. This is the way. Retire, you effing moron. I want to like every time I get like that close to liking John Jones, he does some stupid stuff. And ducking Tom Aspinall. Funny Mike saved Funny Markle from interacting with Krishan Rock after she showed up high, drunk, and acting insane. Why do people deal with this chick anymore? In a civilized nation like Japan, it is not uncommon during a rainstorm for wild animals to seek refuge alongside humans, sharing the same shelter in harmonious coexistence. Yeah, you ain't getting none of that in America. You ain't getting none of that in America. You have some drunk person trying to feed the animals. You'd have a Karen trying to push the animals out into the rain. You'd have somebody over there trying to ride the daggum deer. I don't know if I want to talk about the you-know-who community. Might get sniped on.
Elderly, the sick, and the helpless. When we went out to this war, we knew we were dealing with Nazis, but now the whole world sees that these Nazis are launching at a hospital to harm people, the elderly, the sick, and the helpless.
Israeli minister, somebody been something, says attacking hospitals makes you a Nazi. Israel has flattened 36 hospitals in Gaza. Thanks for the honesty. I feel so validated now that Israel officially admitted what they, I mean, it's not untrue. Here it is. Here it is. Is this the one? Yes.
He's been saying about you.
You're not trolling, you're ducking. This is loser behavior. You're ducking. Plain and simple.
I'm really enjoying the fruits.
He's the interim heavyweight champ. What other position is there for him to be in? That's called fighting. Like the sport doesn't stop with you. Oh my God. Johnny.
I've done this.
That's because you are a fighter. As long as you're an active fighter, there's going to be, and especially if you have the belt, he has the daggum title. So yes, people aren't just going to be like, oh, I'll just wait for him to leave. You got to fight. You got to put up a shot. Like, John Jones doing what John Jones always does. Doesn't John Jones do drugs? Every so often he'll get caught doing some coke, doing some alcohol type stuff. John Jones is a character. Like he's a big character. He is always in trouble. Every time you turn around, there's some sort of domestic violence thing going on. Every time you turn around, he's getting arrested for something stupid, whether drugs, whether alcohol, whether this, whether that. So like, he's a character. But as far as I'm concerned, like I love the UFC, but it's like I think John is afraid. I don't know if he's afraid of Tom, but he's certainly afraid of losing. He's afraid of losing, and I don't see the fight happening. But it's like he's just he's tarnishing his own legacy, and it's a loser's move. It's a loser's move. So I don't like it. But I think I'm gonna cut it there for the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll probably come back Monday. I'll come back Monday, and we'll pick up where we left off with the Twitter nonsense. Thanks for stopping in, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.